I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do fog in latex. I don't know, many of you may not know about Maud Lewis. She was an artist in Nova Scotia, poor little old lady with arthritis, and she sold her paintings for $2 a piece. I'll show you a couple. Anyway, she used anything she could find to paint on. Some of that old wallboard and any paint that Everett could gather up out of old paint cans or whatever. And so now they're greatly sought after paintings, and they sell anywhere from $7,000 to $20,000 average. And one sold a year or two ago $45,000. So I want to show you, make it fun for what you do, and don't worry about, oh, is this that material, that what color, or whatever. Just have fun. So today I'm going to show you how to paint fog in latex. Okay, so here we go. And I'm basically just going to use a few colors, but if there's one that I throw in extra and you don't see it, don't worry about it. You know, fog is gray. It can be a green gray, a blue gray, brown gray, all the different shades. You just make it whatever color you want. I was giving classes when people were writing down, what brush do you use? What brush is that? Oh, what paint is that? Hey, I say, don't worry about it. Make it whatever color you want. Don't worry about the brushes. I like to use big brushes. Sometimes, fine detail, you have to use a little one. So here we go. I'm going to give you a little idea here of how to do this. Okay, now this is a first experiment for me, so we're both learning. Now, let's not get all hung up on the materials or the colors. Use your head, you know, and yes, I started using these gloves to keep my hands clean. You know, you can buy these by the hundreds in a little box for cheap. Anyway, I'm in my frame shop, and this is where we assemble things, but I put up some cardboards to keep from splattering paint all over the place. That's my 16 by 20 canvas. So here's the colors I'm going to use basically: white, blue, yellow, red, and black. And I have a can of water and some of my paintbrushes. As you can see, they're just regular house paintbrushes. So let's begin. Oh, and also, now that's a piece of plexiglass. It's great for mixing my paint. You can use glass or something that doesn't absorb. Yeah, even if you had to, use cardboard. But anyway, here we go. As you can see, I have some red, blue, black, and white. That's to give me a start. Now, okay, let's begin. We want a gray. So black and white make gray, you know that, right? Now, in case you wanted a little on the blue side, just throw in a little blue. And there you go. There's all these grays. You see? That gives you a gray. That's a blue gray. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to put a little wash on here in red. That gives us a nice glow through the background if you want it. Where's my squirt bottle? You want to thin that out a little. This is just a squirt bottle. This is all latex, so it's water-based. You don't have to worry about the fumes like you do with oils. You can use oil, you can use acrylic, you can use latex. I don't worry about all that stuff. You want to have fun and do what you do best. And do what you like to do. Painting should be fun. Alright, there we got a little bit of that. And if you want a little more orange in it, just throw down some yellow here. And that'll make it a little more orangey in the background. You know, there's all kinds of colors in the sky. Alright, there we go. That'll do. Now we want our gray. Oh, but first we're going to put some white right in the middle, because I like to have light. So here we are. Let's put some light in there. There's a blob. We won't worry about that. Get rid of that. There we go. you need these big brushes for painting fog. That gives you a glorious smooth fog look. Now, let's start at the top here. We're going to take some blue and black, and we'll mix that in here to give us the fog. Darken. I like to have the light coming through the middle. Ta-da, ta-da. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, there we go. And of course, this is going to be water. Okay, we're going to make it nice and simple. Just have the water down here. See how nice that flows? Now I should have a real good 4-inch brush. That's what I really like using to make my fog. I don't have a good one anymore. But look at that. See, it's already coming together. I got another one here. This one, this is cheap dollar store brush. Just trying to show you that you don't need a lot of expensive gear here. Okay, so let's start now blending this stuff in. Ta-da! Look at this. See? It all blends in. There's the fog coming. Now, if you don't want too much fog in the middle, look at how nice that blends. Oh yeah. Go one way and then go another way, and if you want more pink, you just leave it there, but you just look at this. See how much fun this is? And look at that down there, that reflection. Yeah. Wow, yeah. I haven't done this for a long time. It's been years since I've been painting oils. Well, this is latex. But look, it just happens. Okay, look at that, boy. Now don't tell me you can't make your, and don't do the windshield wiper. This is the windshield wiper. You gotta go straight across. Look at the fog. Man, it's getting foggier by the minute. Sun can't burn it off. Oh yeah, look at that, hey? Now don't tell me you can't do this. Anybody can do that, can't you? Just back and forth, that's all I'm doing. Now, if you want to always have lots of paper towel around, you can clean off your brush or some water, but then when you get water on it, you got to make sure it's fairly dry. Then you can go down, look. And I just keep wiping off. Ta-da! Like that. Now that's coming from the top there, don't want that. That just blends it in more, that's all. That's all that's going to do. That gives you Northern Lights effect. I need a new Kleenex or paper towel, clean one here. Let's go back and forth again now. Look at that. See how nice and foggy that is? It blends it all in together. Whoop, and now that's the problem with cheap brushes. Look at the hair over there, that thing there. Get rid of that, there. Well, now we can go back up again. Look at that fog. Pretty good, eh? Oh, yes. You're going to have a blast doing this. There we go, look at that. Now, let's work down here because we want this to blend in more. Remember, keep your horizon 1/3, 2/3. Either 1/3, 2/3 sky or water, whatever way you want it to go. Right now we're going to have lower. So there we go. There's the fog. Now let's put in some waves, okay? I'm going to use my little brush, and we want a little bit of motion in the water. You know those, it's not windy, just a little bit calm, but you get that ripple in the water. So we just add those like that. Now we're going to blend those in. Don't want to get rid of them completely. I should have a finer brush, but that's all right today. See? Don't blend that in too much. That gives you the effect that there's a little ripple in the water. Okay, now I can leave that like that. If you want it, you can do more. We're not worried about this being perfect painting today. This is just to show you the technique. Alright, and I'm going to make it a little bluer down the bottom. So we just throw in some blue. One a little darker. It's nice to have dark at the bottom. Light at the top, in between, darker at the bottom. Alright, there we go. How's that? Ta-da. Oh, I got some sponges here just in case I needed them. I didn't know I would. I never know what I'm going to do as the moment hits. See, that's nicer to have that dark at the bottom. Let's add a little more. Da, 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 da. Oh, this is fun. I got to do more of this. I haven't done it for such a long time. I've been doing my other stuff lately. I don't know if you know my pietism. Here, I'll show you. This is what I've been doing lately. This kind of stuff. This is my pietism. Pietism? You don't know what pietism means? Look it up in the... Google it! All right, here we go. Yeah, okay, we're going to leave that. Now, we got our fog. Well, I gotta get rid of this part over here. It's a little... there, that's better. Remember, don't go with the windshield wiper. Straight across. There we go. Okay, now, let's put in a little bit of land. Okay, here I'll use some brown. This is... Whoops, I don't need all that. But this is going to be just off in the distance. Peggy's Cove Lighthouse. You know, anybody know where Peggy's Cove Lighthouse is? So we're going to make this a brownie gray. You know, here's the rocks. Here, ta-da. You know what Peggy's Cove rocks? They're like this. Oh, and I'll mix it right on the canvas. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Now don't forget, this is foggy, so you're hardly going to see it when we're done. Hopefully. And it comes out here, and this is the rocks at Peggy's Cove. And yesterday and Saturday, my brother and my nephew was out in his boat on Saturday, and they were out around here, over this side, out and around there, taking pictures, and it was awesome. Oh, I should have had a palette knife here. So here we go. This is the lighthouse rocks in the fog. Now this is going to be the tricky part. We want this to be blended into the fog, and don't forget your shadows because it's calm, right? So we're going to have our shadows there. Ta-da! It's going to be a little darker along here. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to blend that in. That's going to be the tricky part. Get my brush cleaned off here. Should have 3 or 4 brushes, shouldn't I? For a clean one. I'm learning, just like you. Okay, there we go. Ah, look at that. Okay, now let's blend this in. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Look at that. Mix the fog. Now clean it off every time you make a sweep. And get rid of this stuff over here. It's in my way. You got to have room to give a nice sweep. Look at that. See there how it makes the fog? Now I'm going to bring this down. Look at that. Look how that blends that in. And that, if you don't clean the brush off, then you get that mess up there, right? So now, got to get rid of that. Oh, another here. Look at that miserable thing. Get out of there. And I knew I needed more paper towel. So here we go. Ta-da, look at that. Blend that out of there. Now, oh, look at there. No more ears. I got to get a better brush. Maybe that was the same one. It just flipped down there and I didn't see it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go on. Go home where you belong. There we go. Now look at the Peggy's Cove rocks in the fog. We'll bring that up. Helps to be happy. Now, oh yeah, there's the Peggy's Cove rocks in the fog. See how nifty that is? And again, remember, make sure keep your straight across. There we go. Now we're smoothing that out. There we go. Look how nice and foggy that is down at Peggy's Cove. Whoa. Yes. All right, there we go. Now, let's put the lighthouse in. This is the tricky part. I'm not very good at this stuff. Okay, so, well, I should have had some smaller brushes. Well, just hang on a minute. Oh, I finally found my old brushes. There they are. There's brushes, eh? I never forget. And you probably, if you watch some of my other videos, you'll have seen it. I remember I went to visit my good friend Dave Weitzman, and get down here where we can see each other. I guess I won't see you though. Anyway, I went to Dave, and he was, "Come on over to my place and watch. Look at my paintings. Learn something from the paintings." So I went over to his place, and he had tons of brushes. They were everywhere. Bottles of them hanging there. I said, "Look at all the brushes." "Never mind the brushes. You can't learn anything from the brushes. Look at the paintings." Anyway, you didn't learn anything from my brushes. So, okay, so now we're going to put the lighthouse in. This is the tricky part. Yeah, here we go. The lighthouse is here. Remember, everything in the water is a mirror. Lighthouse is a mirror down here in the water. So when we put one, we put the other. Okay, there's the lighthouse. And this Peggy's Cove lighthouse is tricky. And we want that to be in the fog too. And there's a little door here. And a little door here. And then we got the top of the light, red. And there's some white in there. And the windows, actually they're gray. Where is the gray? Can you see, or am I blocking the view? No, it's not very easy to see. I'm going to have Brian and I are going to team up, and he's going to do the videos while I do the painting. He's got all the proper gear, and he's going to video me doing this stuff the right way. Now we're going to have a little shadow over here. Whoops, that's too much shadow, but because the light's not coming that far. We'll fix that. I don't want too much paint there though. And then you got the windows. There's 3 windows in the Peggy's Cove lighthouse. 2 sides. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Whoops. Alright, so we got to put some windows down here. I don't want to take a lot of time here taking up your time. That's what you do at home. You paint. So now now the fun part. Blending that in so that it looks like fog and doesn't mess it all up. It's a little high for the size of the rocks. We'll see if we can bring her down to size. Bring her down and bring her up. Clean off my brush. There's the lighthouse in fog. Looks better than I expected. Blend that in. Blend that in. Blend that in a little better down there. Now, I've been down to Peggy's Cove sometimes when the fog is on that you can barely see the lighthouse. Okay, now let's string her right across there, right across here. Now we just need a little more detail in the windows, and I think we'll call it quits. Because this is only to show you how to do it. We're not going to here try to make a masterpiece. I'm going to show you close up in a few minutes. You do the masterpiece. Demonstrations are never meant to be masterpieces. You don't want to waste people's time all day. So we're going to ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. There, we got the windows now. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Peggy's Cove lighthouse in the fog. And what did it take us? I don't know. I forgot to look at the clock. Probably 20, 25 minutes, half an hour. So there you go, your masterpiece, like that. And I'm now going to get here and show you close up. Okay? So there's the finished product. And let's zoom in so you can see the lighthouse. The closer you get, the better detail, although it's, and there's the reflection. Now we can muck around with this a little more, but I just wanted to show you how to do fog easy and have fun. So there we go, and see that red gave you that pink look in the sky. You don't have to do that. You can if you want. So there you go, matey. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, share it with your friends, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you're really having difficulty, maybe you need to put on a sou'wester. Anyway, have a great day and happy painting.